There was a time in my life when I kept waiting for one big moment to change everything. I thought transformation would come from motivation. A breakthrough, a glow up, more money, more confidence, maybe even one perfect Monday morning where I suddenly become disciplined. But that moment never came. Instead, my life started changing quietly. Not through dramatic success, not through overnight motivation, but through tiny habits that nobody clapped for. Tiny things that looked useless at first. Tiny things I almost ignored because they didn't feel powerful enough. And the scary part is, most people don't realize how much their life is shaped by small repeated actions. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 habits that quietly transformed my life. And while I'm talking about myself, you might realize I'm also talking about you. Let's begin. Habit 1, making my bed. Immediately I wake up. This sounds so small, almost childish. But making my bed every morning changed something in my brain. Because before, I used to wake up already feeling behind. I would carry yesterday's chaos into today. My room looked messy. My mind felt messy. And somehow, when my environment was disorganized, my emotions became disorganized too. I noticed something strange. Whenever my bed stayed scattered all day, I became lazier. I procrastinated more. I spent more time on my phone. But when I started making my bed immediately after waking up, it created this tiny feeling of control. Like, okay, at least one thing in my life is together. And human psychology works like that. Your brain loves evidence. When you keep small promises to yourself, your brain slowly starts trusting you again. That's how confidence is built, not through motivation, but through proof. Habit 2. Drinking water before touching my phone. This habit exposed how addicted my mind was to noise. The moment I woke up, I used to grab my phone immediately. Waking up to notifications, messages, videos, people's opinions, bad news, and maybe comparison. Before my brain even had a chance to breathe. And I realized something terrifying. I was starting every morning reacting to everybody else's energy instead of grounding myself first. So I changed one thing. Before touching my phone, I drank water. That's it. And somehow, that tiny pause became powerful. Because for the first time in years, I stopped beginning my day in survival mode. Most people don't even realize how overstimulated they are. Your brain was never designed to consume hundreds of thoughts within 5 minutes of waking up. No wonder people feel anxious all the time. No wonder attention spans are collapsing. No wonder silence feels uncomfortable now. That small habit reminded me that my mind deserves peace before the world enters it. Habit 3. Going outside more. I didn't realize how mentally trapped I was until I started going outside more. Sometimes depression doesn't look dramatic. Sometimes it just looks like staying in one room too long. Same ceiling, same screen, same thoughts, same routine. And slowly, your mind starts shrinking. I used to tell myself I was tired. But honestly, sometimes I was just disconnected from life. Then I started taking walks. No destination. No pressure, just walking. And something weird happened. My thoughts became lighter. My breathing slowed down. My mind stopped attacking itself so much. Humans are not meant to live like trapped machines. Sunlight matters. Movement matters. Fresh air matters. Even hearing random city sounds or birds outside matters more than people realize. A lot of people think they need a new life. But sometimes their nervous system just needs a break. Habit 4. Saying no without explaining too much. This one was hard, because I used to feel guilty anytime I disappointed people. I would over-explain, over-apologize, over-sacrifice myself, just to avoid looking rude. But eventually I realized something. People-pleasing quietly destroys your identity. The more you ignore your own needs to make everybody comfortable, the more disconnected you become from yourself. And the worst part, most people won't even notice how much you're sacrificing. So I learned how to say, I can't make it. No, thank you. I need rest. That doesn't work for me. Without writing a full emotional essay. And honestly, my anxiety reduced because boundaries protect your peace. Not everybody deserves unlimited access to your time, energy, and emotions. Habit 5. Listening more carefully. I used to listen just to respond. But when I started genuinely listening to people, my relationships changed. People are carrying invisible pain everywhere. Sometimes someone isn't angry. They're exhausted. Sometimes someone isn't rude. They're overwhelmed. Sometimes someone doesn't need advice. They just need to feel heard. And honestly, the more I listened carefully, the more emotionally intelligent I became. Most people don't truly listen anymore. They just wait for their turn to talk. Real listening makes people feel safe. And safe people open up differently. At the end of the day, these habits didn't transform my life overnight. That's the thing nobody talks about. Real change is usually quiet. One small decision, repeated consistently, until one day you suddenly realize you react differently now. You think differently now. You treat yourself differently now. You feel calmer now. You feel more like yourself now. And honestly, that's what transformation really looks like. So if you're feeling stuck right now, don't underestimate small habits. Tiny actions repeated daily can completely reshape a human being. And maybe your new life won't begin with one huge moment. Maybe it begins quietly, tomorrow morning, with one small habit. If this video spoke to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own habits in the comments. And remember, healing and growth are not always loud. Sometimes the most powerful transformations happen silently.